should I give up if the law does not favor me? This is a question that a lot of people have asked me, and sometimes I've asked myself when representing clients in whose situation the law of the land, the statute maybe, or maybe the judicial rulings interpreting those laws are not clearly in the favor of the client. But on a lot of occasions you see that despite the law maybe not being in your favor, but if on principles of justice and equity you are right, then on a lot of occasions, not every single occasion, I would still say it makes sense for you to try and challenge the situation, the problem that you are in, go to court and try to claim your relief. So very recently I was reading this judgment in which a party petitioned the Honorable Delhi High Court, which is right behind me, and in this situation the High Court dismissed the petition of the petitioner, saying that there is a Supreme Court judgment which squarely covers this point, and therefore I have no other option but to dismiss your petition. The petitioner then approached the Honorable Supreme Court in an SLP, a special leave petition, against the order of the Delhi High Court, where notice was issued by the Supreme Court and the matter was pending for almost a year or two. Now, in the meanwhile, this same question of law which was decided against the petitioner, which was already decided against the petitioner before the Supreme Court and the Delhi High Court did not give him the relief, the matter was agitated in some other cases before the Honorable Supreme Court, and a 3-judge bench overruled its earlier decision and came up with certain principles of law which favored this particular person in his matter before the Delhi High Court and now currently before the Supreme Court of India. Now, because of the fact that he was diligent enough to first approach the Delhi High Court seeking whatever reliefs he wanted, and even when the Delhi High Court dismissed his claim, he appealed before the Honorable Supreme Court, and his matter was pending for a long amount of time before the Honorable Supreme Court. Because of all of this, he was able to get the benefit of this new recent 3-judge bench Supreme Court judgment in his own matter. Because otherwise, if he would have thought that there is nothing that I can do, there is this previous Supreme Court judgment which goes against me, and there is no point of me trying to agitate these issues before the Delhi High Court or anywhere else, he would not have been able to get this relief. Something was decided, because there is always, of course, the period of limitation that is there. Now, even if the Delhi High Court dismissed it, he could have said, I give up. If he would have given up and this Supreme Court judgment would have come out after a year or so, he would not have been able to take the benefit of that judgment. So this person took the right steps and took a lot of risk, of course, paid, I'm sure, decent amount of money to his lawyers and tried to agitate this issue everywhere. But this was one of those instances where despite everything going against this person, just because he waited and he put in the effort, he got a favorable result. And my God, what a favorable result did he get. So I say this, and of course, not every single occasion. You also run the risk of incurring the wrath of the court in the form of costs or maybe some sort of observation that might affect you in the future. So it has to be a calculated risk. It should not be a blind thing that you venture forth with. But if you do it the right way, if you take a calculated step, there is a chance, a good chance, especially if you feel that injustice has been done, that you may get some fantastic out of the ordinary relief from the court.